Let's read.
Kids in room 207 were misbehaving again. Spitballs stuck to the ceiling. Paper planes whizzed through the air. They were the worst behaved class in the whole school.
Now settle down,
said Miss Nelson in a sweet voice. But the class would not settle down. They whispered and giggled, squirmed and made faces.
How about a nice story? I think you'll really enjoy this one. It's a terrific story.
They were even rude during story hour. And they always refused to do their lessons.
Something will have to be done,
said Miss Nelson. The next morning, Miss Nelson did not come to school.
Wow, now we can really act up. Yeah!
I'm gonna make the biggest spitball ever. I'm gonna make 1,000,000 paper jets. We can make all the noise we want. Today, let's just be terrible. Yeah!
Not so fast.
Hissed an unpleasant voice. A woman in an ugly black dress stood before them.
I am your new teacher, Miss Viola Swamp.
As she rapped the desk with her ruler.
Where is Miss Nelson?
Never mind that. Open those arithmetic books.
Miss Nelson's kids did as they were told. They could see that Miss Swamp was a real witch. She meant business. Right away, she put them to work. And she loaded them down with homework.
Well, we're learning new things. Yeah, but that Miss Viola Swamp, she's really the pits.
There will be no story hour today. Keep your mouth shut. Sit perfectly still. And if you misbehave, you'll be sorry. Now, turn to chapter 10 in your history book. Make sure to read every word in this chapter because tomorrow I am giving you a very hard test. And you had all better do well or it's double homework for the rest of the week. And furthermore...
The kids in room 207 had never worked so hard. Days went by and there was no sign of Miss Nelson. The kids missed her.
Work. Maybe we should try to find her.
Some of them went to the police. Detective McSmog was assigned to the case. He listened to their story.
Miss Nelson is gone. Miss Nelson is missing. Miss Nelson is gone. Isn't it funny how you know somebody so long? Isn't it funny how you know somebody and never miss them till they're gone? Miss Nelson is missing. Miss Nelson is gone. Miss Nelson is missing.
He scratched his chin.
It's gone.
He said,
Well, I think Miss Nelson is, missing.
Detective McSmog would not be much help. Other kids went to Miss Nelson's house. The shades were tightly drawn, and no one answered the door. In fact, the only person they did see was the wicked Miss Viola Swamp coming up the street.
Oh, no. If she sees us, she'll give us more homework. Run!
And they got away just in time.
Maybe something terrible happened to Miss Nelson. Maybe she was gobbled up by a shark.
But that didn't seem very likely.
Maybe Miss Nelson went to Mars.
But that didn't seem very likely either.
Maybe Miss Nelson was captured by pirates. Maybe they're holding her prisoner on their ship.
exclaimed one know-it-all.
Maybe Miss Nelson's car was carried off by a swarm of angry butterflies.
But that was the least likely of all. The kids in room 207 became very discouraged. It seemed that Miss Nelson was never coming back, and they would be stuck with Miss Viola Swamp forever. They heard footsteps in the hall.
Ah, here she comes.
Hello, children.
Said someone in a sweet voice. It was Miss Nelson.
Did you miss me?
We certainly did. Where were you?
That's my little secret. How about a story hour?
Miss Nelson noticed that during story hour, no one was rude or silly.
What brought about this lovely change?
That's our little secret.
Well, now, how are we doing with our history unit? Who can remember what Spanish explorer discovered America? Leon?
Christopher Columbus.
Very good. Did anybody come to America before Columbus? Kathy?
Sure.
Back home, Miss Nelson took off her coat and hung it in the closet right next to an ugly black dress. When it was time for bed, she sang a little song.
I'll never tell.
Isn't it funny how you love somebody, how you love somebody so long? Isn't it funny how you love somebody and never tell them till they're gone? Miss Nelson was missing. Miss Nelson was gone. Miss Nelson was missing. Miss Nelson was gone.
P.S. Detective McSmog is working on a new case. He's now looking for Miss Viola Swamp.